In this video, we're going to present Adventures by Disney to our clients. So we're going to start at the consumer site for Adventures by Disney. We're doing the Italy, Rome, Tuscany, and Venice trip. Want to show you exactly where you're going to find it. It's going to be this print itinerary. Now, using this sequence of events is going to be the same if you're quoting something for all-inclusive resorts, such as like on FunJet or Apple Vacations, Classic Vacations, Kensington Tours. You're going to use the same exact process with the AI importer. But we're going to start down at the bottom first, just to, we're going to grab our pricing. We're doing March 6th through March 13th, and it's $67.19 and $70.99. Of course, if you go a little bit further, all the processes that you should know from your trainings, it's a quad, so it's going to be 2 rooms because it is Italy. And we want to make sure it's the 2026 and it is the standard, not the adult exclusive. And then all you're going to do is print the itinerary and you're going to save it as PDF. Boom, it's done. We're going to save that. Now I already have it saved. So we're going to go over into our main trip and we have it already pre-built with the overview, with the families' names and their birth dates. And we're going to come over to the itinerary. And over here in the right-hand side, we have the AI Assist. This is what is going to pull in all of this information. So from the AI Assist, we're going to pull this file right here, which is the file that we saved from the Adventures by Disney website. And we're going to give it just a few moments to import in that information. The AI has finished gathering all the details, and it's telling me that it has parsed content of 3 lodgings and 28 activities, 7 infos, and 5 transfers. So let's review those details. Okay, fantastic. Let's add them in to our trip. Boom. Now it's already into the trip, and we can see that this looks really nice. Now, if we go to preview, it's not going to look the best, right? Because there's no images. So let's clean this up a bit. Go back over into here, and we can go to the Grand Malia, and let's put in Grand Malia Rome. If I remember, it is let me see here. Yeah, it's let me see. There it is, the Grand Malia, and there's the media behind it. Well, it's importing media. So it's retrieving, and there's some little bit of information. You could always make this better. It says it's retrieving. See what happens. Now that we have our media in for our hotel, you can actually go through all of these tours and you can see what the information has been parsed over. And we can clean this up by going to media. You can, of course, do Google searches and whatnot to get some images. Just make sure you're not using any kind of copyrighted images. So I'm just going to take this one right here of the Colosseum, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to open image in a new tab. And I am going to do a selection screenshot. So on my Mac, I'm doing Shift Command 4, and I can use this selection tool, and it's going to take a little picture, and I'm going to pull back over and drag and drop this. If you are on a PC, I believe the command is Windows key Shift S, and it opens up the snipping tool, and we're just going to put that in there. And all you'll want to do is just go through each one of these and do them up and make them really nice and pretty so that when you're finished, you will actually have a trip that looks like this. And your clients are able to go through and see all of the images and any information that you have put in for them. Of course, you won't have exact times yet because they don't post those exact times, but your clients will have a good idea of what to do. Now, we're going to go back over and do our bookings. So normally, I would take all of this and add it into a package, but because there's 2 rooms for this, we're not going to do that because you would have multiple variations, right? So what we're going to do is you could put all of these into one package. You change that package and you could create one new package. And then you could say like copy of the second package, however way that you want to do it. We can just say no package. And we can come over here and new item. And we're going to create this as a package. And we are going to say that, this is, ABD Carter package number 1. And then you would put in the amount of the booking. And then, of course, deposit and final balance, we're going to allow partial payments. And this is a 10% deposit. So that's going to be 14. 20 is the deposit. It's due like today. And then that final payment is going to be due 90 days before. So that's going to be roughly January 6th. We're going to put in our supplier, add in those terms and conditions, and of course that confirmation number and receipt. So it's going to be 3002 0012. And of course these are all fake confirmation numbers. Adventures by Disney. And then you would put in your expected commission and let's see here, probably 20. And that expected date. Always want to put in your expected date. Even if you aren't fully aware of it, go ahead and put it as the travel date if you want. So let's just say March 6th as the travel date. Okay, so that is that one. And I always like to put in the confirmation number up here as well, like that. There we go. You could even say like package number 1, and you could say who's in it, mom's, dad's in it. Or you could say like father, son, mom, daughter, and we could add another package over here, and we would say, ABD package 2, and let's just say Rachel and Ava, and it's going to be 300200014, and then this one amount was 13818. Allow partial payments. Allowing partial payments will allow your clients to make payments along the way without you having to set installments. And let's say 1382 is due today. And we're going to say 2026, January 6th. Adventures by Disney, confirmation, terms and conditions, 200, whoops, 2002014. Perfect. 1382. Put it as a travel date. This will allow you to see in advance what commission you have coming up on your reporting. Erase. Oh, no, sorry. It's March. That would throw off my numbers, wouldn't it? Okay. Boom. There we go. Now we have everything ready to go. and we can preview it, see what it looks like. It's going to have 2 pending authorizations for them. Now, let's publish this trip. And let me show you what it looks like on the client side. Okay, so now we have our client side pulled up. I am the client. I've logged in and looking at what my agent sent me. I can go to the daily overview and I can see kind of breaking out. I can see the pricing and okay, $28,000. I can approve the itinerary. Don't want to give any feedback, just I'm going to approve it and it's going to immediately go into the authorizing of the payments. I could adjust the amount if I wanted to, but we're not going to. It is asking to re-enter the CVV. This is a card that has absolutely no money on it and it's all fake. So we're going to save that information. The client is going to be signing off on the agency's terms and conditions, and they are going to sign their names. Carter. They're going to agree to the signature and submit that authorization. And boom, it has been submitted successfully. Now it is saying authorize 2 more payments. That is just the final payments, which you could actually, on your side, you could tell Tern that you want to exclude those from credit card authorization. If you have clients who are a little not so tech savvy, just remember that you did exclude it from the credit card authorization. So you will have to come back and uncheck that at some point so that they can make any additional payments. You will get clients notifying you that they're unable to do that. So on your side under authorization, you're going to see that, hey, it is authorized for the deposit. You can come through and you can view the credit card details and you can mark these as paid as soon as you call it into Adventures by Disney and mark it as booked. Once you do that, you can go back to your overview and you can add in any tags or automations that you have that are ready to go for your Adventures by Disney clients. Now, one thing I do want to point out, we do have these deposited. They are, payments are made. We have marked them as booked to alert the agency that they're booked. So they're now on our reporting. And do you see where it says this confirmation number? You do not want to add a confirmation number and put that there's 300200014 on here. And why is that? Because it will not show up. It will not show up for commission. So do not add any additional confirmation numbers on here because they do not carry over. That's why we're doing 2 different packages. Go to our overview. Everything looks great. All our statuses are booked, our confirmation numbers. I've added them to the title of the trip. That just helps me keep a close tab on all of my bookings very quickly. We can actually copy these now and we can see any kind of upcoming activity and all of the past activity that has occurred. So we go back to our itinerary, just take a look at it one more time. This is what it looks like after you've made it all nice and pretty and clean. And again, always keep it published so that your client has the most accurate, up-to-date information. And if we go to our trips board, we'll see it over here in the 2026 booked with deposit. Now, if you're wondering why I have a 2026 booked with deposit and you do not, please go see a video of talking about your trip settings. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. I hope this was helpful.